April back here again. Thanks for stopping by. Here with Beauty Boss Girl. We're going to chat a little bit today about pricing, how to set your pricing, to have or to not have a posted price list available to your clients. So there's kind of a lot to sort of delve into here. So again, I'm just gonna kind of go right into this topic that I believe a lot of people just don't like to be open and talk about. However, myself, you guys know me, I'm an open book. I like to kind of just put things out there and chat about them. Full transparency. So it is, I'm not setting up rules for you or telling you how they should or should not, how you should or should not be running your businesses. I'm simply stating what has worked for me, what I've experienced through my journey here in the beauty industry. Okay. And my hope, again, is just that you can take any little nugget of information that I'm giving you, maybe successfully apply it to your business and grow, just grow. All right. So with that being said, let's just get down into this hot topic of pricing. First, I think an important place to start is figuring out, what type of, market you're in. You have to understand your market, your demographic. Okay. Whether you're in a rural area, whether you're in a city, each market is so individual. Okay. So, I'm here in, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Florida is so vast. Okay. We're such a huge state. So our market in the beauty industry here in Fort Lauderdale and Miami is completely different than what it is even just 3 hours north of us when you hit Orlando area. So, I kind of just want to, make sure that you guys are tapping into your own individual markets. Try to be as local as possible. I think what I find best is really just kind of analyzing my market. I'd say probably within like a 90-mile radius, somewhere right in there. I think that's kind of a safe, kind of range for you to gauge your market and what the prices are. And then just simply kind of, ask around. It's easy enough to just Google now, just, local makeup artist, hairstylist, you can Google anyone in the beauty biz, and just see links, to their websites, grab their phone numbers, do a quick inquiry, say, hey, what do you charge? I'd love more info on your bridal rates, just to kind of, get your answers. So this is how I would suggest starting, is by knowing your local markets and what the ranges are within those local markets. Once you do that, I think the next step is defining how you're going to price yourself. Where are you going to fall within those local market ranges? Okay, price ranges. And the way to do that is to you need to define your skill level. Okay. You're either green, first coming on the scene. Okay. Not a lot of experience out there. Maybe you haven't even really worked on your first bridal client. You're just starting up your business for the very beginning. You might be intermediate level, where you've been on the scene for a little bit, you're getting going, a little bit more, added to your portfolio, added to your reviews. Okay. So now we can increase our prices a little bit. I feel that this is very important, is to really determine where you are. Okay. And price accordingly, set to your skill level, your personal skill level. Okay. Because the worst thing you want to do is set yourself up for failure. This is not good. Okay. It's a lot easier if you realistically set your pricing goals, okay, based on your skill level and skill set and experience, okay, and then you can grow. Just kind of ride that wave, build your business. It'll come, it'll happen. And then once you get some experience under your belt, it's just super easy to start increasing those rates. Okay. And your customers will be okay with that. All right. Because now they see you have a following behind it. They're going to be able to look at your portfolios, see the work you've been doing, read some reviews, and understand there's, customers are saying consistent things about your company. So that's my next advice, is to kind of define honestly where you fall with your skill set to market your price range. All right. And then the next part is, which I get questions about a lot, is whether or not to post or not to post your prices. Okay. For me, again, this is about my experience. I've done it both ways. So when I say from my experience, I wouldn't say biased, just talking from one end of the spectrum. I'm actually speaking because I have done it both ways. I've done this business for a long time without having a price list to post. Okay. And then I did transition eventually into saying, hey, maybe I should post my prices and kind of see how that goes. And, so when I speak to you, I really am coming from a place, I'm trying to be as responsible as possible, and letting you know that, I've definitely put in the work and tried this at all different angles so that you guys can really learn from my experience here. Okay. So, in my professional experience, I definitely love having price lists posted on my website. I'm a big believer in this. There's a couple ways you could do it. I'm not saying there's a right or wrong way. I just know what's worked for me. I think, before I posted prices, it was very difficult. I found I was sifting through a lot more clientele, trying to qualify them to be the right type of clientele for my price bracket. And I went through just sifting through a lot of clients that just were on the very low end of budgets. And I was ending up having to turn down a lot more clients than I wanted to. And that just doesn't feel good, because again, for me, I feel like our business always comes back to our client's experience with us, okay? And always, hopefully bringing that client in for, keeping them for future business down the road. So if I'm always if I'm having to tell no to a client and telling them, I'm sorry, your budget is just not where my pricing is, you don't qualify for my services because your budget can't reach my pricing. It's a negative, and I'm just big on I'm big on putting fires out before they start. I guess that's the best way to kind of say it. Like, this way, having my price list posted allowed me to start vetting my clients beforehand, so that I'm actually pre-qualifying them up front from the very start, which is awesome, because I feel like pricing can be one of those topics that is just uncomfortable by nature to talk about, and it shouldn't be. It's actually one of the most crucial points. Like, we should just be open and transparent about pricing. And I feel like the more comfortable you are with talking about pricing up front and being secure with where you set your pricing at, I just feel like the easier and more comfortable the flow is of booking that clientele. Okay. So for me, I'm pro posting prices. Feel free, if you'd like to view my price list and kind of check out and see how I sort of have that set up, click the link below, and that will let you check out my pricing structure so that you can get a good vibe and gauge on how I communicate that through my my price list. Okay. Lastly, if you do not have a price list, okay, after this video, you need to put pen to paper and start jotting down your prices. You need to go through everything, every genre in this industry. I want you to map it all out so that you are prepared when clients call you for pricing. Because the worst thing that can happen is for a client to call you and you not know, number one, the proper price to quote them, or number two, clients can call multiple times. And if you didn't jot this stuff down and you're not sure and you're kind of just fluctuating your pricing and just sort of guessing and randomly quoting prices to clients, that same client can call you back for a follow-up and be like, what did you tell me that pricing was? And you not quote her the same price. That's a disaster. You can't have that happen. So it is crucial that you do, even if you're not going to post your pricing on your website or have a structure set to where you're emailing, this setup to your clients, that at least you have it written down in some form for yourself so that you always know and have access to the accurate price quotes that you're wanting to give out. Okay. So it's important. You're going to have clients calling you, and you're going to need to know, hey, if they're calling you for a party of 3 and you have a sliding scale price based on group rates, what is your party of 3 group rate in comparison to your party of 5 or 6 group rate? You need to know this. Okay. Also, what is your pricing inclusive of? All right. A lot of stylists include lash application in their pricing, include hair extension application. A lot of stylists tack on additional fees for these things. Know what the going rates are for these additional fees, whether it's eyelash applications, extensions, travel fees. Okay. Have set how far are you willing to travel. You need to know this stuff, okay? Clients will call you and say, hey, I live in an area that's 3 hours from you. Are you willing to do this? You need to have these answers ready and available for these clients. Know what your fee is going to be to charge them to drive out this way. Early morning session fees. This is another question I get asked about all the time. April, how do you price your early morning session, brides, photo shoots, event clients, whatever it is? But know what it is. If your early morning session fee needs to be anything starting before 9 a.m., requires an additional fee of A, B, and C, then that's what it needs to be, and stick by it. Make sure you have this written down. If it's anything starting before 8 a.m., know what these times are and be consistent, okay? Consistency is key. It is crucial with pricing especially, because I'll tell you what, if you price quote a client incorrectly, that will come back to bite you big time. Customers share experiences. They share knowledge, okay? Our industry is so small. So it's so important. You don't ever want clients to know that you're misquoting. That just is not a good look for your business. When you quote photo shoots, this is another thing. Like if you're going to be out there doing editorial, fashion shoots, photo shoots for private photographers, corporate shoots, whatever it is, okay? It's important that you have your price set. What is your half day rate? What is your full day rate? How are you going to gauge that? Okay. And then, not only that, but maybe you need a clause within there. If you are charging a half day rate, if you are charging a full day rate, is that inclusive of a certain amount of heads within that time? Or are you just a free for all? Can they tack on as many heads for this corporate shoot for headshots as they want, as long as you're there during that duration of time? These are all things that need to be thought about and put down on paper to help you be more successful. You need to know what you're talking about. You need to be confident in what your pricing structure is. Do not waver from it, okay? So I hope this was helpful. Again, I know like this is a hot topic for some reason. Nobody likes to discuss this. Nobody likes to like give out their pricing information. I don't know why. Again, I'm an open book. I just feel like transparency is everything. I just want to share this information. I feel like there is more than enough to go around, more than enough business to go around for all of us to tap into. So again, if this information, if my video on pricing structure helped you at all kind of clear up any mess or any confusion, or helped you maybe kind of revise any little details that you're working on in your pricing structure, I hope this helped. If it did, please continue to follow me, subscribe to my page, like my pages on Facebook and Instagram, and I can't wait to see you next time and just share some more info. That's it. April here with Beauty Boss Girl, and I'll see you next time.